Good morning, students. Today I come up with the second part, or even I can say the second session of my previous class. I hope by this time you have already come to know about some important terms which are related to the chapter light. Today I will be discussing in details about reflection and refraction. So let us start the lesson. Let us start the discussion. I hope you will be greatly benefited by today's session. So, reflection. Regarding reflection, as I told you earlier, it is the bouncing back of light. It is the bouncing back of light after striking an opaque object. Suppose I take this to be an opaque object. Light, when it falls on this, it will bounce back, and that is called reflection. Suppose this is an opaque object, light after striking a certain angle, at a certain angle it will strike back in this way. That is called reflection. And it happens in the same medium. That means this is one medium, this one is another medium. So reflection happens in one medium. So this is about reflection. There are some laws which I will be discussing later on. Now let me say about refraction. Suppose this one is one medium, this is the other medium. Medium 1 and medium 2. Refraction means after light falls on this, it does not go straight. It does not pass straight. But what happens after it passes this object? And refraction happens if this object is a transparent one. This one is a transparent one. In reflection it should be an opaque object. This one should be an opaque object, but in reflection it should be a transparent object. So after light passes through this transparent object, it gets bent in the other medium, and that is called refraction of light. Instead of traveling straight, it does not travel straight, rather it bends downward or thisward, and that is called refraction. So we can say that refraction is the bending of light rays when it passes from one medium to another. I hope it is clear to all of you. So that is the difference. Reflection happens in the same medium, whereas refraction happens in two mediums. When it passes from one medium to another, that is called reflection. Reflection occurs in the same medium. So now, there are two laws of reflection. Two laws of reflection, very important laws. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. This one I will show you diagrammatically in my next class. So today you just keep it in your mind that angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. That is the first law of reflection. Now the second law of reflection. The incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal. The incident ray, the normal and the reflected ray are all on the same plane. Suppose this one is a plane. Suppose this is the incident ray. When it falls on this, it will reflect somewhat like this. And that is the reflected ray. And the one perpendicular to this plane, the one perpendicular to this plane will be the normal. That will be the normal. All these three rays fall on the same plane. I guess it is clear to all of you. So here the normal is the ray which is perpendicular to this plane. This is the, suppose you take this as the reflecting surface, an opaque object. The normal ray is perpendicular to this. Suppose the incident ray it comes in this way, then it will get reflected in this way. And the angle this incident ray makes with the normal, this incident ray makes with the normal, that is called angle of incidence. And the reflected ray, the ray which makes an angle with the normal, the reflected ray makes an angle with the normal, that is called the reflected angle. So I guess now it is clear to you. Once again let me repeat. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. That is the first law of reflection. The second law of reflection states that the incident ray, the normal, the reflected ray all lie on the same plane, all lie on the same plane. Hope it is clear to all of you. With this I wrap today's session. Tomorrow I'll come up with the properties of a plane mirror and refraction. Thank you. Have a nice day.